Everybody likes to talk about Ole Miss's offense, but their defense is really good too. What do you see when you look at the Rebels' defense?
I think similar to the first two SEC opponents we've played, again, the front seven, the defensive lines really jump out. Again, I think it's an extremely talented group on both the outside and interior. We got a big-time player we got to take care of in number two. So, again, it's going to be a good challenge. We are battle-tested. We faced a good defense in South Carolina and Georgia, and we're excited for this opportunity.
Which Mark said last night that Chip's at least cleared to practice. When he is able to go, what does he bring to that running back?
I think there's just the two things. One will be leadership. We've talked about a guy that's played in big games, know what it's supposed to be like. And I think the second thing is just from a size standpoint, a big back, big physical back. So we're anxious to get him back, obviously, and take one day at a time.
We've talked a lot about the pass protection with the offensive line, tight ends, but how has the pass protection been from the running back position in particular so far?
I think those guys are doing a good job. I think both Demi and Marion have been, certainly willing and done a good job when given the opportunity. Again, the protection thing, we talked about it. We know where we're at with that. We've got to shore some things up. We've got to protect ourselves in certain spots, and that's huge room for improvement there.
Schematically, are they an aggressive unit?
Absolutely. I think all these guys, you start to realize there's certain families, if you will, just like offensive coordinators, but defensive coordinators. We know their coordinator was at Alabama, similar to what George has done, similar to a lot of these styles of defenses. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to play press coverage and be on you quick.
How are your ears feeling after this practice? And kind of talk a little bit about first road game, helmet communication, first road start for Brock.
Yeah, it'll be, again, it's one of those things you never really know until you've gotten in there with the quarterback. But he's done this, you know what I mean? So he's very well aware of the questions he's asking. Again, I think for us it'll be critical, certainly in that first quarter, settling everybody down with the movement, with the cadence, with the crowd noise. But we've been repping it all week, and we'll be ready to go.
There was an instance earlier in the year where on defense, crowd gets loud for it, and one guy's doing what was in the headset, but other guys are doing the signal in the field. Is there? Have you all gone over that, and do you have to do more of the hand signal stuff when you're going to go on the road?
we have practiced as if our quarterback comm has not worked at times as well. So quarterbacks know that from the standpoint of our signal operation. We don't think it's going to be a huge effect, but again, you get in those environments. We just got to do a great job communicating, playing fast, winning the pre-snap things we've been talking about since week one.
Bush, when you're facing an offense on the other side that's so prolific and high scoring, how do you balance kind of ball control versus picking those spots to be aggressive?
Yeah, I think those are all things we got to think about during the week. How are we going to win this football game? And those are conversations that between Coach, Brad, myself, all of us putting our plan of attack together. But we know the brand we have to play, and I think it's become pretty apparent to me in the first couple of weeks what that is. And we got to go execute our plan to the best of our ability.
We haven't, I guess, aside from a few snaps in the spring game, really seen Chip in action. He looks like this big physical back, but what actually does he bring to the table?
I think you said it. He's a big physical back with a ton of experience. A guy that's played a lot of football and is tough to bring down. And so, again, when you got, the room as young as we are, I think first you're certainly looking at it from the veteran leadership standpoint. I think second, you're looking at it as a 225, 230-pound running back that can carry the load. And so, again, we're taking one day at a time with that, and we'll be excited if he gets back.
First time talking to you after you probably sat down and saw the film and everything. What was you most pleased with from the game on Saturday, and what was maybe something that you were disappointed with on Saturday?
Yeah, it was good to see, the plays being made. I thought certainly in third down situations, the fourth down conversions, guys making big plays and big moments, was a step in the right direction. I just think the overall consistency, it just seems as we get down the red zone, we take a penalty. We get a big play, there's a self-inflicted wound. And so I think that's the biggest thing we're stressing, from top to bottom is, again, just playing clean. It's about us not hurting ourselves, and if we do so, we think we can string some things along here.
Kind of a random one here. What'd you think of the dog, Bush Hamdan, last week?
I was pretty impressed. I just, man, yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful dog, and certainly a cool deal. One I'll never forget. So
First dog named after you?
I'm sure, yeah. First anything named after me.
Did Marion and Jason, when he was available, do they show you enough that you have to keep them involved even after Chip?
Yeah, John, I think that's a great question. Those are conversations we're having because it's so unique because they're so young, and so with them being so young and really doing a lot of good things, you have to keep bringing those guys along. And so, I think it's a good problem to have, and that now hopefully we're getting to a point where that group is certainly got a lot more depth. But we think, to your question, yes, we got to keep bringing those guys along. That position's a tough position to keep guys healthy, and we got to keep them in the mix.
You've talked about confidence before. That's really all it takes with this offense and that repetition. Are you seeing and feeling that as the weeks go by?
I think so. I think these guys have, it's a testament to them. I learned a lot about them after that South Carolina game and how they came back to work. As each week goes by, I think we're taking a step in the right direction. Again, this is, you guys know, it's South Carolina to Georgia to a top 5 opponent. And so it was good to get some confidence last week and get some things going in the right direction. This will be a big test for us on Saturday.
Everybody good?